So if you've been paying attention to the real estate market, you've probably noticed it's kind of a crazy market right now. Homes are literally selling $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 above list price. They're selling within a day or two of hitting the market, and they're getting a lot of multiple offers. And you may be asking yourself, should I even be buying a home right now? And the answer to that is actually no. For a lot of people, right now may not be the best time for you to be buying a home. But for other people, absolutely, right? And in fact, I personally just bought a home last month. So today I just want to explore this topic a little bit deeper and go over who should and should not be buying a home right now. So first, let's just talk about why it is such a crazy market right now. And it comes down to supply and demand, right? That is what the driving factor is of most markets. And right now we have a high demand for real estate because the interest rates are so damn low. About 12 months ago, interest rates were sitting around 4% or so on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Right now, they're sitting at about 3% on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And that is a big reason why we have so many buyers entering the market right now trying to lock in a low rate. And at the exact same time, we now have a moratorium on foreclosures, which means banks are not allowed to file foreclosures on homeowners who are not making their mortgage payment. So we started off by having more buyers in the market than sellers originally, but now we have a lot less sellers because of the moratorium, and a lot more sellers took their homes off the market because of the pandemic, and we have a lot more buyers than we typically do in the market. So we have a very unbalanced market right now, and that is what's causing homes to sell within just a few days and oftentimes above their market value. So who should not be buying a home right now? Well, I'd say if you're a real estate investor and you're looking to buy a flip or rental property, you would have a very, very hard time getting a good deal on anything right now. And you may be tempted because you want to lock in this low interest rate, but there's really just not that many deals out there right now. But pretty much everything is getting scooped up by desperate buyers. And because we're also in the middle of the foreclosure moratorium, there's not going to be many short sales or foreclosures in the market as well for you to take advantage of. If you're a real estate investor, I would say wait a few more months until the moratorium on foreclosures has ended, and we'll actually see an increased supply of foreclosures, a lot more than we typically do, that you could then take advantage of. And you may be concerned that the interest rates may not last that long and you really want to lock in this low interest rate right now. I wouldn't worry too much about that though. The Federal Reserve has already said that they intend to keep their federal funding rate near zero for the next 3 to 4 years. So personally, I actually think that the mortgage interest rates are going to continue to drop down, and we're going to see interest rates in the 2s pretty soon, and we may even see some below 2% in the very near future. So if you're looking to buy an investment property right now, I would say just hold off a few more months and wait until that moratorium is lifted. And if you also just don't need to buy right now, if you want to buy but you're really in no rush, or if you're looking for something very, very specific, again, you may not want to buy a home right now. Because we just don't have much inventory on the market, you're going to have a very hard time finding that specific home that you're looking for. And if you do find it, it may be a competitive situation where you're going to have to compete against multiple buyers who are also interested in that one perfect property. So who should be buying a home right now? Well, I'd say those people that don't really have much of a choice. If your family life has changed, and let's say you're expecting a new child or you have an elderly family member that's going to move in with you, I would say yes, go ahead and buy a home right now. And you may be concerned that you're going to be paying above market value for a home, but again, I wouldn't worry about that. So let's say you pay $20,000 above what a home sold for even 12 months ago. And you may be thinking, well, now I'm paying $20,000 above the market value. But because your mortgage interest rate is so much lower, your monthly payment is most likely still lower than if you would have bought that home 12 months ago at a lower sales price. And your monthly payment is really what you want to focus on, not the actual sales price of the home. It's a very common trend that as mortgage interest rates go down, home values go up, right? That's very common. And as interest rates start going up, home values don't typically go down, they actually just start leveling off, or maybe they don't increase as much. On average, over the last 100 years, homes typically appreciate in value about 3% a year. So in 3 to 4 years from now, when mortgage interest rates start going back up, Most likely, homes are still going to appreciate in value, just not as quickly. Maybe they only appreciate 1% or 1.5% that year instead of the 3, 4, 5% that we're seeing right now. And this is why I personally just bought a new home. My son has some disabilities, and we wanted to get him in a very specific school for children with disabilities. So we bought a home just so we can get our son in that school zone. We also plan on adopting a child very soon, and we needed that extra bedroom in order to do that. So my family life really dictated that I needed to buy a home right now. And that's why I bought a home last month, despite me maybe being able to buy that home cheaper 12 months ago, and maybe I could have bought a foreclosure 12 months from now, but my family life dictated that I needed a new home right now, and I didn't want to try to time the market. So look, if you want to know what the 10 critical words are that you should know and understand before you buy a home, click right here to check out my video breaking that down for you. And if you want to earn 2 completely free stocks by opening up a free account with the brokerage Webull, use my link in the description down below. One of those stocks could be worth up to $1,400. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you over in the next video.